What's going on, everybody? I'm Howard Bender from Fantasy Alarm. It's time now for your Week 10 Fantasy Baseball Stock Watch. The Ronald Acuna tearing his ACL has shook the fantasy baseball community. If you lost him, you know that there's nothing there on the waiver wire that's going to help you, so you got to explore the trade markets. If you don't have Acuna, well, if you're in a keeper in a dynasty league, maybe this is the opportunity to buy low. So let's see which players are rising and falling in value right now and see if you've got the components to get him in a trade. We'll start with the risers here, and the obvious one is Adam Duvall. He's going to be seeing the full-time at-bats, at least for now, in that Atlanta outfield. He was platooning with Jared Kelenic, but now they're a little short-handed, and JP Martinez, who was called up, he's going to be spelling Kelenic a lot more than he's going to be spelling Adam Duvall. It's great power. It's a terrible batting average. Hopefully you've got somebody like a Luis Arraez on your team who can help counter that. But Duvall's got the capability of 20 to 25 more home runs the rest of the way. It's just a bad batting average, and there is no speed. So before you go hog wild on him as a full-timer right now, just understand that it's power and it's nothing else. Another riser we've got going on is Masyn Winn, shortstop for the St. Louis Cardinals, currently riding a 16-game hitting streak right now, batting .356 with 2 homers, 8 RBI, 6 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases in that span. He bats leadoff for the Cardinals when they're facing left-handed pitching, and he's got the potential to swipe 20 or more bases this season. He's sitting at 7 right now. Are 15 stolen bases out of the question the rest of the way? I think not. Finally, then, let's take a look at the pitching front here. Phillies starter Cristopher Sanchez. Listen, if you listen to us in the Fantasy Baseball Draft Guide and you listen to Jim Bowden and I talking about Sanchez during the Front Office Insights, then you already know who this kid is. But right now, he's posting a 3.15 ERA with a 2.62 FIP. That's FIP, fielding independent pitching, for those new to the metrics. He's striking out nearly 1 batter per inning, and he's got a heavy ground ball rate. So one of the things that you want to keep in mind right now is that the defense behind him is going to improve. I'm talking like a 60% ground ball rate. It's obscene. So put in Trey Turner in about 2 weeks and a nice soft spot in the schedule here for Cristopher Sanchez. And this is a kid who's going to be able to be a dominant starter for you moving forward. Great middle of the rotation guy. For every up, there's a down, and we've got 3 down right now. And we'll start with Pablo Lopez. What is going on with Pablo Lopez? Brutalized in his last 2 starts, allowing 13 earned runs in 9.2 innings. What's worse is that 7 of those runs came against the Nationals. I don't understand that one at all. I don't even get the math behind that. Either way, he's got 2 tough matchups coming up next. He's going to be facing the Yankees, and he's going to be facing Houston. So it's troubling for that right now, but great buy low opportunity. I still think Pablo Lopez is a fantastic starter. His strikeout rate is still strong. He's allowing fewer walks. And you look at his xFIP, which is 3.05. Well, you know that over 5 ERA that he's got. It's going to be coming down. There's a real soft spot in the schedule where he's going to be facing like the A's and the Rockies and the Tigers. So Pablo Lopez is a great buy low candidate. Right now, the value, though, in the toilet. Speaking of in the toilet, how about Josh Naylor and that 165 batting average? Ew, gross. You can look to the fact that he's got a 208 batting average on balls in play, BABIP, for those of you new to metrics. And that's way out of whack from what he normally does. I'm not saying that this guy is a 300 plus BABIP kind of guy, but if it's 280, 290, this 208 mark is really showing just how unlucky he's getting right now. His power numbers here at age 26 are through the roof. He's got a 250 isolated power mark, and while I don't expect it to stay like that, he's still going to boost up that power. So the batting average on balls in play will improve. The home runs are going to stay put there. The average will work. The OBP will work. Great buy low opportunity here for Josh Naylor. And then finally, the third guy here, Spencer Torkelson. And this one, I don't even know. I'm not buying low. I'm not selling low. I don't know what I'm doing with him right now. He's probably going to be parked on my bench for a little while I sort it out. BABIP is not the issue here for this 213 batting average that he's sporting, or maybe it's a 218. Either way, it's gross. We're talking about a 16% infield fly ball rate, a 57% fly ball rate over and over again. Not to mention barrel rates down, hard hit percentages down. Nothing is working for him. Now, I know last year he had a better second half than he did a first half, but none of the metrics that we're looking at right now are indicating that there's hope on the horizon. Maybe there is a little bit later on down the road, but for right now, I'm out on Spencer Torkelson. That's our fantasy baseball stock watch here for week 10. I've got a full article over at fantasyalarm.com right now, which gives you even more details, even more suggestions of what to do. So go check it out over there. And if you don't have a subscription to Fantasy Alarm, do yourself a favor. fantasyalarm.com/win, promo code alarm. We'll give you 50% off your first month. You'll make that money back immediately for your subscription. So thanks for tuning in here. I'm Howard Bender from Fantasy Alarm. We'll catch you next time.